Start recording. And I would, Ryan, can you start in three, two? Hello and welcome.
Okay, so last time we started in the Saltwater District after staying the night in our room. As we woke up, we knew we needed to meet Lylander at. We woke up pretty much at night because we got there during the night, so we woke up at around, I think it was 5 or 6, and knew we were going to meet Lylander at 8:45 at night at the bar. From the message that we sent him prior to that. We did some just nonsense around saltwater, asked around where some stores were, stuff like that, for we could sell, buy what we needed as we were here. When 8:45 came around, we met Lylander, much who was an older gentleman with long gray hair. As we were talking to him at the bar, we started to explain why we were here. She mentioned the chain of power, things like that, which he was very skittish about. So he had meet him outside of the city, on the outside the Purple Gate near the water, where we went over exactly what we were talking about, and him the signature or something from Stone Daddy that we gave him, so he trusted us. And from that point, he told us about a book that he had that he has mentioned the chain of power that was written in um, the language of the Fae, which I keep forgetting what it's called.
Slivian.
Yep, Slytherin. Um, then from there, we went to his bookstore, which we found to be an adult bookstore. A lot of pornographic books, things like that. I'm glad now thinking about it that we never asked if there was like a back room. Really glad about that.
Aren't you
Been
glad of
fun.
the decisions you make at the time?
Yeah. Really glad we didn't do that. So a lot of pornographic books, and it turned out the book that we needed, someone had already taken out. So and Lylander was able to help us out with who took the book out and where they lived. It was, I don't think that was his real name, but for some reason I wrote James Franco.
Jem Fleming.
That's close. That's
Jem,
really that's really close.
okay, Jem Fleming. Jem Flennings?
No, James Franco.
All right, James Franco.
Is James Franco.
Um, so we decided, so after finding out where he lived, we decided to devise a plan to get the book back. And so we went with that plan. Our plan was basically to get inside his apartment, because he's on a third floor. So we had to kind of disguise our ways into the building, and yes, kind of have an escape plan. We didn't really have too much of a great one. We kind of just went up to the door. I think Torek was a locksmith, and I was a drunk girl Merrick was bringing home. And that got us up to the floor, where we went in there and we found James Franco dead on the ground with a big slash across his chest, and a ethereal flower sprouting out of his corpse, which we found to be an orchid, the flower. Um, Merrick decided to try to get the orchid out of the corpse and dug into the body deeper and deeper until he eventually reached its spine. And I think he pulled its spine out, and the flower disappeared. He never got that flower. Um, he also, it looked like his bookshelf was torn apart, so the book was taken obviously by whoever killed him. After that, we decided to leave. Thinking about it now, we didn't really cover any tracks, and we destroyed any evidence where people would think it was somebody else who killed him. Um,
That was super smart.
Yep, that was good by us. So we went back to the inn, which I forgot what it was called. The Rusty Bucket, right?
Yep.
So we went back to the Rusty Bucket and talked to JJ. And JJ, after finding out what we saw and what we're looking for, kicked us out of the Rusty Bucket because he wants nothing to do with, I guess the only thing they know him by is his sign, which is the ethereal orchid, which has been found in many murders throughout the city. And he was very afraid of this sign and wanted nothing to do with it, so he kicked us out. At that point, we met someone who worked with JJ, who I guess decided to drop out of JJ's group and work with us, and who will be opening up a hideout with us. We gave him the rest of gold needed to buy out a location. I forgot what his name was.
He's Franco.
He's
Bescuzzi.
Franco.
Franco Bescuzzi.
That's where I got the James Franco from.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what the other guy's name was, but I don't think it matters anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. That makes more sense with why I wrote James Franco. Kind of. Doesn't really, but whatever. So we're opening up a thing with him, hideout with him, and we're deciding basically. Did we decide? I guess that's where it kind of ended, right?
Yeah, you bought the house.
We bought the house.
Bought the safe house.
Where's the safe house?
Where is the safe house? It is.
Did anyone have
This
anything
is-
to add to that?
This is bananas, dude.
This is bananas.
This city is insane.
The city, the lights, it's all so pretty. What color would you guys like your hideout to be?
Turquoise.
Good choice.
Turquoise. Okay, like this color turquoise? Is that turquoise or is that cayenne?
That's good.
All right. Let me draw where the little hideout thing is. Oh, that's green. Why was it green? There you go. Do you see it?
Last time when we did it, did
Oh,
we just
wow.
walk
Yep.
back out the
Okay.
front door of his apartment, or did we like use the grappling thing or whatever from
Well,
the
he
window?
didn't have any windows, and you were planning on using
Oh.
the grappling hook out a window.
Or like, weren't we setting up like a zip line? Did we ever even do that?
No, because he didn't have any windows. He
Oh,
had
gotcha.
he has a really shitty apartment.
Yeah.
Those
Those didn't end up being useful.
yeah.
So we just kind of walked right back.
We
up.
audible and we're like, we'll do that for the escape or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, and that is where you guys are located.
It's just that little one. We didn't get like a big one.
No, it says small right here, and that's underlined twice. I mean, hey, you can always aspire to get a bigger hideout.
True.
Got to have some sort of progression, right?
Wait, how did we get this hideout?
You purchased it at the end of last session with
For how much?
how much did you guys?
Split it with James.
Yeah, you guys split it with James Bescuzzi.
We gave him. We
Oh,
spent a little more.
Oh, he wants to
because we
start
gave
a
him one of
bar or something, right?
or something.
Wait,
we don't know what
how-
the we didn't
how did
decide
we
on what
meet
the
James?
business was going to be.
Didn't-
He was
didn't you
JJ's
guys-
associate.
Didn't one of you guys give him one of your
We
Christmas
gave
medals?
him one of the bag that you had.
Oh, that's right. He came up and was like, I'm cooler than JJ. I'll help you guys out. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why is JJ got to be such a pussy?
JJ has kids, all right?
The world may never know.
All right. I think I'm filled in enough now. I'm good to go.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
get it.
You ready, Robot Boy?
We're going to fuck JJ over, dude.
Okay. So, where do you guys want to start this off? You want to start it right as you guys get to the safe house?
Yeah, I like that.
3
Yeah,
months later, when we already made this an aspiring business.
you guys have just turned it, stop being adventurers and just have decided to
We're
like open
direct
up a tea.
competitors with the Orchid.
Oh, love it.
King.
So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll just do like a little like time warp to maybe like the next morning or whatnot after you guys are all because it was relatively late, right, when you guys got back.
Yeah, I would say so.
So
Because we didn't go to his apartment until like after midnight, I think.
yeah. So we'll just kind of like you guys. Franco had you like sleep at his place for the night, and then like he went and settled up and got all the like all the paperwork done early the next morning. So what we'll do is we'll just basically start right after you guys were handed the keys essentially to the place. And you have the keys and the deed.
First, first dibs on workshop space, and Torek storms through the door.
Like you unlock it and storm through.
Yep.
All right. Franco, I forget what was his voice like. He was like a kind of a skis ball, right? Hey, yeah, let's go right on inside, guys. Let's get to let's get to work.
What's the inside look like?
So as you walk in, it's this small one-story, just kind of little. It looks like it was maybe used as a like a bakery or some sort of restaurant before, but all the equipment's basically been stripped out of it. So it's just like an empty kind of warehouse with like a bar going like through the middle of it. That would like separate maybe like the front of a restaurant from the back. But it's all pretty much open air. It's really dusty in here. It looks like it hasn't been touched in a while. You have some windows on the front, but they have like a nice thick layer of dust caked on the inside. And then it actually, this is one of the buildings in the area that actually does have a back door that leads directly into like the back of the shop and lets you go back out into that open area behind it. And back there is just, a little courtyard that, with a bunch of other buildings in it too.
Can't tell if you're skipping out or not right now.
Hello, can you not hear me?
He is a little, I think.
He is, right?
Uh-oh, that's
It's
not
a
good.
little bit. You're a little choppy.
Okay, I thought that was just me because I've been having audio issues all night.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's just my
Not like you're
connection, so I
choppy,
thought
like
it was
you
just
weren't
me.
picking up at certain times. So it might
okay.
just be-
Yeah, I might just be talking very quietly, unfortunately. I've adjusted my mic a little bit, so hopefully this'll work a little better.
It's a little bit deeper.
Just a little bit deeper.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Did you guys at least catch the general gist of what I was saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Back door lead.
Back
leads
door
to the back
leads
alley.
to the back there. It's kind of like a dingy, dusty. Hasn't been. I mean, the bones are good. It just
What's the workshop space potential like?
So like I said, it's pretty like the whole place is pretty open. It's just you have like this bar in the middle that's like it's like a counter in the middle that's pretty much dividing like the front from the back. It's open like 5 feet on like one side.
Upstairs, downstairs,
It's a single story with a basement.
any of those things.
Did you hear me, Garrett? It's a single story with a basement.
Is there roof access?
There is
Roof
no
access?
there's no roof access. It's like a pointed roof. Like the ceiling goes all the way up to the roof, so it's like open. There are rafters.
What's in the basement? Anything?
So you go down
Big.
and check out the
Is it
basement.
big?
Okay, roll for initiative.
What?
All of us?
Just Garrett.
Okay.
All right. So as you walk down, you see out of the corner of your eye a very large rat about to jump and attack at you.
What is it? What are they?
It's a large rat.
Well,
Surprise me. I
No.
don't think so.
No, you saw it. You have a higher initiative.
It's just one rat.
Just one rat.
Is he bigger than I am?
I mean, it's not a New York
Normal
rat,
size rat.
but it's a little bigger than normal, but not as big as Luna.
Do I go first
Yeah, it's your turn.
in combat, or is he gonna get initiative on me? Oh, okay. Rapier attack. Am I close enough to attack him?
Yes. All right, roll for damage. All right, you skewer this rat, killing it instantly. Congratulations,
cool.
you have cleared out the
No,
basement.
what's in the basement?
It's so you look around. There looks like there was like an old moldy pile of like potatoes that were like maybe left here. There's like a wet spot at the corner.
Old what? Old what?
Sack of potatoes. Can you not hear me, or is it?
Sorry. It comes in and out, and I have to push space bar to talk, and if I'm on Dungeon Master Vault and I hit space bar, it does the same fuck I just did. That's why I rolled. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's like a old moldy sack of potatoes that was maybe left from the last inhabitant that was here that didn't want to like bring it out. They've like grown. But it's just a nice, cobblestone brick wall. There's a little damp corner that maybe collects a little bit of moisture. Yeah, nothing special. Lots of room for lots of stuff in this small place.
I want to check to see if there's any like stones that can be pushed for secret passages.
Ooh, roll me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So you comb the basement wall, noticing that there are all sorts of stones. And being in situations like this you have been before, you just know that there tend to be maybe some sort of hidden, chambers or crevices or something in old basements like this. And you do eventually come across a stone that you notice looks maybe a little has some like wear marks on it that typically rocks that are in walls wouldn't have. And you go and you wiggle on this rock and it pops out and reveals a small chamber behind it where you can like go and hide stuff in. The chamber itself, however, is empty.
So it's just a hidey rock.
Yeah, a little hide like there's a little hidey hole that you pop the rock off and there's like a little hole like the chamber the hole into the little spot is small but there's a little bit of room in there. You could like hide like gold and jewels and shit.
Okay, I put the rock back.
All right, it was a very well hidden rock. Like you rolled
You said there's
exceptional.
nothing in it, right?
There was nothing in there, no. But spider webs.
Okay.
Torek, you built yourself
Okay,
a
well,
hammock.
I'm gonna remember where this rock is.
It's
But
noted in your brain.
yeah.
You're building a floating work table?
Yeah, not like one that's powered by any sort of like arcane craziness, but like, maybe one that's just hung with rope.
What is this rope you speak of?
Just
Magic.
hempen rope.
Modern magic. Franco actually, as you guys are like starting to do this and check around, he's like, I'm gonna go out. I'll be out. I'm gonna go get some supplies. You guys need anything? I'll be out maybe like an hour or two.
No, I'm all good.
All right.
Get stuff for breakfast.
Yeah, I'll bring back some good breakfast. See you soon. He puts his coat on and goes out the back door. Philo, what are you doing?
In this empty building?
Just checking out. Is there anything you specifically would
Is this
want
a
to?
one-floor building?
Yes,
Sorry,
it's
I
one
think you said
floor.
so. One floor, just an attic and a basement.
It's not even
Or
an attic.
just rafters. And
Yeah,
stuff
it's
on top,
just
right?
rafters. Yeah. And then there's a basement. But like I said, the bones are looking good. It just looks old.
Big empty building. A small empty building.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of walking around, poking stuff, seeing if it falls apart. I mean, I don't think there's really anything else.
There really isn't anything that you can roll me an investigation check. Actually, why not? Yeah, you don't really find much. It's an old building, You're like, wow, cool. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about in character before Franco comes back?
Yes.
So, what do you guys get with friggin' Franco here? You trust him or?
I don't know if there's much to trust. I think he's just trying to make it on his own here. Start something new. I mean, this definitely can't be something we're a part of long term, but to find more about this orchid, and I guarantee he knows because we need the book. The only lead we have to get to the chain of power, so we gotta find it, right?
No, you're right. You're right. No, the book is the path forward.
So if we've gotta do a little bit here to our way there, I don't know what his plan is with this building or what we're doing. Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we can start a business here and just have it long term. Come back to it later.
A good workshop will go a long way in a city like this, booming economy and all.
We could hire some mercenaries and fight Belusion with them. Get our own little militia going.
I do suppose maybe there's some things that we could share with local smiths and do some business there. If we're going to bring people together or start a war effort, then we're going to need weapons.
We will need weapons, but I don't know how. Pretty sure everyone in this town would turn on us in an instant.
I think if you hire a mercenary, they come with a weapon.
But hiring a mercenary, even then, they know who we are. Our pictures are on the walls. I don't think we can offer what's worth a reward. We can certainly try, but we've
We
got to
can
be
just become
cautious.
like some kind
Even
of
who we
bandit
hire, we need to
leaders,
be
and then they'll
cautious.
flock to us.
What is our reward? An
We just
earlship?
gotta recruit from the other side of the law. It's some anti-government types.
Well, we probably shouldn't get involved in too much of the politics around here.
Political revolutionaries.
Yeah, yeah. You ever heard the expression the nail head that sticks out is the one that gets struck? I think we'll want to lay low until we get a good evaluation of the city. No?
I agree. I'm sure there's some we can trust here. We just need to be very cautious, like you said.
So, who do we know in
I'm
the
just
city?
I'm just trying to give us a long-term plan to shoot for.
No, I mean, I can't disagree with the concept of strength in numbers. But I think we need to find more information out about the ethereal orchid. And if we can find them, maybe we can find the book.
That's from what JJ said. If I'm
Or,
remembering, he didn't really
or
know much about who's behind the orchid. He knows. So who's ever behind this must be keeping themselves pretty behind the scenes.
Well, I did have an idea.
I think we need to become targets for the orchid and then catch him when he comes to kill us.
I love where you're going, Merrick. My thought was,
I agree. We should make Merrick a target for this.
what if we had a had like a public sale and advertised this book like widely through the city, that it was like a rare book and we have it and we're willing to sell it, and maybe they will think the one that they have is a fake and they will come for it, and then maybe we can catch them.
I like it.
Do kind of like give a hint or something in a area, give them a false lead, something like that.
I think we advertise it as a public sale, with that being one of the items, and we paint the town with flyers.
I think we should do a shady black market auction type thing.
Well,
And
maybe then.
spread the word through word of mouth. Because we can't really run around putting up flyers.
I suppose if we
And
made
I don't know how to
mention-
beat.
I suppose if we made mention of the auction at a few key places around the city, word would travel fast.
Risky bringing that much attention to ourselves, but it definitely could work.
Well, I think it would be smart if there were
And we could
one,
turn this place into an auction house.
there could be one or two of us. Oh, we could do it right here, you're saying?
Yes. Yes. I can hear you all.
Okay, very good.
Barely.
So I think the best place to get information in the city is often the tavern. So we could go on a tour of all the taverns in the city, advertising it, and spring our trap here, like Merrick suggested, where we can control the playing field. What do you guys think?
We could set a bunch of booby traps.
Yeah, I like that. Being in control is definitely better. But as far as an auction or something like that, that's a what's the worst that could happen, right?
Well, here's the thing is we can't just auction off the one item. We're gonna need a lot of different items, and this can't look like it's just some like pop-up place. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to really sell this thing.
James Franco might be able to guide us to some items that people around here would be very interested in. Could also auction off.
You guys hear sounds like some voices
Why don't
arguing.
we auction off a date with Philo?
That's not happening. We're gonna pass on that one.
Um, so you guys hear while you guys are having your conversation, you hear it sounds like some voices arguing, steadily approaching, coming from the back, out the back of the shop. You can kind of barely make out Franco's voice. And then they slowly get louder, and then the door is abruptly opened. Franco and two guys come in. They're each carrying what seem to be parts of a table. And they're all arguing about, some insult one made about the other. Franco's like, "Listen, just shut the hell up. I don't get it, man. Why you always gotta pick on me? I'm sorry that I'm not as strong boned as you." He was like, "Listen, just shut up, okay? I'm done arguing about this." Hey, but he's got a point. Shut up.
You guys need a hand with that? Looks like you're struggling.
Yeah, please. That'd be great. Thank you. We've been struggling this whole time. Franco's like, "Shut up, guys," and then he just we just gotta set it up right here. Sorry, I was getting. This is these are my two goons. Yeah, their names really aren't important. But if you really must address them, you can call them Finch. This one's Finch, and this one's Boro. Um, we we all have something in common here. Well, at least us three do. Um, let me set up this thing, and we got some chairs and a map and parchment and shit too, so we can actually we can get this operation going, because this has been something I've been planning for a while, man. And the good goddess just decided to drop you right into my lap, so gotta take the chances when you get them. Um, yeah, let me. We got some more stuff around the back if you want to help me carry stuff in. And you see when you guys walk out the back door that there is indeed a small wagon, filled with stuff like you got a few chairs, parchment, a few barrels of stuff like sleeping rags, but it looks like a few changes of clothes.
To help carry it in.
So once everything's inside and all set up, there's a map of the city laid out on the table there. There's a bunch of candles all over the place because it's really not super bright inside of here. And you also, that was in that wagon, were lots and lots of heavy wool cloth. And you quickly realize that they were intended to be used as curtains, as all the windows are curtained off. As Franco and his two goons go around and curtain all the windows off. So now it is the 6 of you by candlelight inside of your new headquarters, all huddled around the map of the city on the table. And Franco walks in and he says, "So, I am glad we have I've gathered you all here. I'm really glad you guys just kind of jumped on board without too much questions, but I'm going to give you a little exposition. These people you are after are the bloom of the spectral orchid. They've taken this city by its balls recently. The reason JJ is so damn skittish around him and won't even entertain any idea. The reason most of these cowards around here won't even entertain the idea is because Bloom, they're brutal. But they killed my brother Johnny. And no one even goddamn acknowledges it except for my two friends here. And I am not going to stand around while these people just go out and kill and do whatever they want. Fitch and Borrow have lost someone too, but no one else will stand up to these people. I saw you guys on the posters. I recognize it's not too hard to figure out. You guys are really shit disguisers. Just letting you know. You got to work on that. But
I don't know what you mean.
no one around. Yeah. No one around here is going to give a shit about what the Imperials put on the posters. They don't care. But you go anywhere else around the city, you got to keep a little lower profile. I just knew you outsiders. You wouldn't have any internal politics. Listen, the Empire has put a fiefdom on your guys' fucking heads. Like, you gotta have done some shit to piss them off real good, so you have to be at least somewhat capable, right? Please, God, tell me you're capable.
Capable of what?
Yeah, okay, you're capable. I can see it in your eyes. You got that little crazy in you. This gang, the Bloom, they are cold-blooded. Nobody knows shit about them. But there are a few people that do know a few things about them. And he goes and he takes on his map and he draws three circles. Painstakingly, over the last month, we have 3 potential mocks that we know are some way involved with the BSO, and they have come out unscathed. They are still alive after dealing with them. So I figure, we could cut some ground up. We can go maybe figure out what these guys know. Maybe we could triangulate some sort of action on them. That's as far as I got my plan. I haven't really thought about it. I really honestly didn't think I was going to get this far. If I'm being completely truthful.
All right. Before we go anywhere else, I need two important questions answered.
Okay.
First, is it Bloom with a B or Gloom with a G? Second, why are all the guys we're going after named Mark?
What?
You said we got some marks to go after. Why are they all named Mark?
Oh man, because that's the code identity. You know, I like this guy. I like you a lot, Eric. You know, I I think you're gonna go far.
So, a couple of questions.
Yes.
Where in town is safe for us to travel freely? And where should we keep our hood up?
As long as you stay south of Browning Street, and you know, and don't venture out anywhere towards the main street over here, and stay just in Greyheath, you should be okay. So basically, from like the here, I'll just draw it really quick. I'm just gonna draw a shitty green. So if I list.
Okay, that's where we can travel freely.
Yes. That's what people's not going to give a shit. Obviously, if you venture on the edge, like, it's a chance, like, you know, but
Sure. Is that the Gray Heath word?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just if anything, you know, the people up in the Kappas up there in the district, the Kappa district, they're going to be the ones that are they're going to be biting at the heels to get a fucking fiefdom. You kidding me? You think anyone else would actually be able to? The Empire would actually give us a fiefdom for one of yous? You know what they would give us? Fucking throw us in the dungeon to rot.
So, the marks.
Yes.
Who are they?
So, I don't know. Do you guys know much about what goes on in the understreets of the city?
Well,
Same thing as every understreets of most cities,
Well, yeah, but do you know what, like,
I'd assume.
do you know what our special little flavoring is?
you don't get to be 400 years old.
Yes, Merrick, or Torek, roll me a history check.
Without understanding a little bit about what happens.
Okay, so you know that Stag's Crossing, it is known in like like it's kind of infamous for the forgeries and the like just the blatant copyrights that are like the copies that are made in this town. That's like what the big criminal underworld is here. Is it's like in forgeries, counterfeits, and fake goods, because it is a big, very large trading district. So like, there's, I mean, you only know about it because you're like you've lived it for so long and been in the kind of like the underworld. But like, that's the kind of shit that goes on in here.
And my response to him is, I know enough to know that anything is possible in Stag's Crossing, and you can get a passport to anywhere.
You're a little quiet, just letting you know. But I did hear you.
All right, I think you'll pick it up on. You know what's cool. You're a cool cat. You know how to dance,
No, I don't dance.
right? Yeah. Okay. See, I like yous too. So,
Like salsa or what kind of dancing? Like the
Alfredo
waltz?
dancing.
Bachata.
It's like
Tango.
it's like the salsa, but not quite.
Oh, like a bean dip?
Yeah, we do the bean dip here.
The black bean dip.
Ooh, with some corn.
So, the first circle we have is over here. It says,
this cat's name is Rancor Vox. Don't go buying no diamonds from him. Yeah, don't go buying no diamonds from him. Especially if, your life depends on it. Let's just say they ain't gonna work right.
The bloodstones, are they?
Let's see, he deals in all sorts of gems and counterfeit metals. There ain't nothing that that ain't shiny, no, that he doesn't like or have, or know how to make look like it's real, but it ain't. I mean, hey, if you're just looking to buy jewelry for your girl, that's fine. But I mean, if you're trying to use them for spell work, no good.
Okay. So here's what I think we do. I think we look this guy out and say we want to copy a diamond.
Well,
from...
hold on a second. Hold on, there, killer. Let me tell you about the other two mocks I got here.
There's other Vox.
There's other mocks.
Oh, the other Mox.
There's 3 mocks. I just told you 1 mock.
But I thought you said his name was Rancor.
Yeah, Michael's a mock.
Wait, so how many marks are there?
There's 3 mocks.
3 marks.
Is that his middle name?
Okay, so there's.
What do you got
marks.
against Marks, anyways?
Listen, man, I don't know. I
Don't
just
get
get
it.
the data, okay? So the next cat we got over here. Now, don't be fooled when you see her. She may look warm, but this lady, ooh, she could forge anyone's signature from anywhere in the whole world. She runs the inn. Her name is Shelley Glover. She get you papers for anywhere, anything. You want to say you were legally born a cat? She can get you a document that says that. Bring it right to the capital. Fucking emperor himself, king himself will be like, you were born a cat. Let me get you some milk. Oh yeah, you ain't got no smart comments for that.
Who's the last Mock?
The last mock is Zamuli Anglo.
You're born a cat?
He was.
Can you spell those two in the chat? All right. And what does the Zemli do?
Zamuli's out there. He's he lives out at Silver Hill. He's he deals in alchemical ingredients. You know, the shit like Eye of Newt, Ball of Frog, that stuff. He
An apothecary of sorts.
yes, that's the word. Sorry, I don't have as good as a vocabulary as you.
So these three marks.
Max.
These three Max. Max?
Max.
Max?
Is it
Say Max or
Max?
Marks?
I'm saying Max.
You didn't go over a Max.
No, Max.
You went over Roncourt, Mark,
Max.
Kelly. There was no Max.
I think something's getting lost in translation here.
Did you say Mike's?
Max. I'd spell it out for you, but I don't know how to spell.
All right. We'll come back to that. But how do? So you said they would know the Orchid Group. How does
No.
Fox, Rancor, Shelley, and Mark? How do they know the?
So what I said was they have come in. I know from word on the street, from people I trust to see with their own eyes, that these three individuals have had encounters with the BSO and are still alive and kicking. So that means they gotta know something.
Yeah, or they may be nearby.
Gotta be connected tangentially somehow, you know?
So the question is, which one is it? And how are we going to press them?
Well, I figure, me and my goons go grab one of them. You guys grab that other or something, we'll hope we don't need the third.
Which Mark should we hit first? Not Mark or Mark, but which of the three Marks?
You pick what mark you want.
I think we go after Rancor Vox.
Wait,
The
what's
only one that's
the
not a
third
Mark?
mark do?
Is an apothecary.
What's an apothecary?
I
See,
have
he's-
Frog.
I have Frog. I have Newt.
Oh, yeah. Let's go after that guy. He's not in the city walls, so it'll be easier for us to kill him.
Ryan, remember
Wait, who are we killing?
who you have. Remember, you have a meeting, Ryan, with Roland.
Yes.
Roland.
That is happening soon at the at this place called Port Omade.
10:15 a.m.
Yep, you're getting mighty close to that.
What time is it? Close to that. All
Close to that.
right. I was like, wait, it doesn't matter.
It's close time. It's time where you probably have to think about leaving soon.
It's whatever he says.
Yep.
Okay.
You get it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stand up from the table. It's getting close, and I'm gonna say, "Well, I have something I need to do. I'll be back shortly, but let's think about who we want to hit first. I like the idea of going outside the city.
Wait, you want us to wait for you to get back, or should we just go?
I think you need a little bit more planning before you just go. So I'd assume wait, unless you didn't even really sleep yet, none of us. So
You got a good point. You've got a great point. I am looking a little tired.
I think
right
you're a
now.
little. I think you're a little anxious. We have a big empty room with a table in it.
All right. You got a good point. That's true. We could wait a little bit.
Hey, it's an auction house with a table in it.
I like
You
Big
the
don't
empty
even
auction
have-
house.
auction house. Cool. All
We
right.
don't even have a gavel yet.
What are we auctioning?
Yeah, we're auctioning off this book.
Bananas? Can we auction off bananas?
We're working on that
All right. Cool.
after we collect all these marks.
Marks. We auction
No,
marks
we're
off.
gonna sell these marks.
Fucking marks. All right.
Right back quick.
So we're going after Zamuli Anglo.
Ryan, well, Philo is going to that meeting. Are you two going to go meet Zamuli?
No, I think we should wait for Philo to go.
You can go. You can go to the
Yeah.
meeting. That'd be fine.
No, we should definitely go. Split the party. Torque and American Venture.
You're gonna get me in so much trouble. Let me put it this way: if after
We
Philo
got
left,
this without Philo. Torque, let's go.
if after Philo left, Merrick left, Torek would follow him, but he doesn't support it.
I love this side quest. You guys are great. It should be like its own
Oh,
spin-off.
we're doing this side quest.
Merrick and Torek.
Come on, Torque. Crack open a bottle of that Rock Dome gin and let's hit the road.
Well, here goes nothing. And he cracks open a bottle of Rocknum gin and hands one to Merrick.
Mary takes a good long pull off of it and then hands it back.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing like
mission
putting a
Philo.
fire in your belly to get you out the door. No, Philo ditched us and we're having a side quest.
We don't.
Philo's going to get banged.
Torek just hardly really takes a pull off of it. He mainly just knows that if he keeps Merrick at a pretty even keel, if he's drunk.
Right. Okay, so you guys are heading off. Wait, first of all, are you disguising yourselves at all?
All right, I'm back.
I'm going to put Torque on my
where's-
shoulders and we're going to wear a bigger coat and we're going to be a slightly taller, normal sized person.
Oh, I like that. Which is a really small rock gnomish head.
Does this mean
Yeah.
you guys would be like up to my waist?
Let's do
Nipples.
that.
With both of them, they'd be up to my nipples?
Yeah, it's like 4.5, 5 feet, right?
Is it?
It's
I
two.
thought they were
two
I
plus
thought they were
three,
shorter
yeah.
than
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Oh, is it 2
we're
plus
we're a
3?
short, normal human.
Yeah, with a small head.
No, I'm 4 foot tall. I'm a tall halfling.
Oh, are you? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's our plan.
Okay, roll. Both of you roll a onto disguise kit or whatever.
Performance. Oh, I don't know if I have.
Oh wait, is strength the attribute for disguise kit?
I don't. No, I don't think so. But you have a plus
I didn't
3
mean
in
that.
strength.
No,
I don't know.
I have a +3 in intelligence.
How do I roll on the disguise kit? I can see it, but I can't.
Do you have
click it.
proficiency in disguising on your disguise kit? Do you know?
I do.
Garrett, do you?
No idea. Probably not.
Then just roll d20. All right, so you guys both
Oh
got
yeah, we're
14.
disguised as fuck.
Yeah, so 14 is your disguise roll. I really just wanted you guys to beat a 10 because you're not really going into the Copper District. So to 10, yeah, 14 definitely do it. You guys are walking along, and you just look like a, normal sized person with this really small head. I mean, maybe you have a hat on, so people really can't see it. But okay, so you roll up into this area,
Hell
and
Yeah, we're
if you're disguised, hella disguised.
That went so well.
So you guys are rolling into Silver Hill, and you're just kind of, well, what is your approach to find where this apothecary is? You know it's in this general area.
Yeah, there's
Um,
like 3 houses circled. We're gonna look at each one and see if any of them are an apothecary.
Oh my God,
well,
he's a genius.
with all of the time that I spent in the Lower Gragan, are there any sort of symbols that were ever typically carved into poles or doors that would mark apothecaries that I could look for?
Are you asking if there's like a street sign
I suppose like a street sign, or if there was like
or
like in some places that didn't want to be found, there was like hidden little signs that
Oh,
would
okay.
sort of get you there.
That's my plan.
Are you asking if there's a street?
So that's sort of what I was thinking of for places that didn't want to be found, but a street sign would also do.
I'm sorry.
Also, like
It's like there's
a
some sort of
window sign.
scratchings and a plaque to maybe inform somebody. Yeah. No. I'll give you both. You guys are doing both methods. You kind of like looking to see if there's any sort of symbols. There aren't really any. You can kind of find your way to the apothecary just based on the smell, I guess. They're not really the best smelling places. They have all sort of exotic ingredients and like all sorts of shit like formaldehyde and pickling fluid and shit like that. It's not good. But you managed to find it just by looking at the 3 or so buildings that are here, and you find a place. It's called the Bull's Wart. It has tinted windows, but you can see it's the inside of it as you look through. The inside of the shop is just like filled from floor to ceiling with all sorts of just cases of different ingredients, different animals kept alive for their things to be harvested fresh and stuff like that.
Are we supposed to kill the marks?
Garrett's
No,
like,
I think-
Garrett's like,
Can
this
we
is unclear. I don't really know what to
Zoom out
do.
for a second. I kind of missed what our intention of getting to the marks was.
I can't believe you guys went to the apothecary without me.
Oh yeah, we dipped.
When Craig told me I have the rare claws that could be traded to an apothecary.
Well, we're undercover. We're doing reconnaissance.
Oh, you're
right
just
now.
reconnaissing and then.
We're disguised and we're undercover.
I think we were killing him though.
Shh, Garrett. Yeah, no, we're totally gonna kill him. But Ryan, we're undercover.
No. I
Okay,
think
so
we
you're
were
just
gonna
on a
kill him.
you're just on a reconnaissance mission. Okay.
No, so, an apothecary
yeah.
could be really useful to have on hand. He said that we couldn't trust the diamond peddler.
Like his body.
He didn't say that we shouldn't make use of an apothecary. So, I say that we, parlay and try to get him to work with us.
I like that.
Having to be under the thumb of the bloom of the ethereal, orchid, the bloom of the orchid,
Bloom of the spectral
orchid, bloom of the spectral orchid. Being under the thumb of the bloom of the spectral orchid can't be great. Maybe it's time to open this bitch back up to free trade. Make Stag Crossing a little more free.
Bring
Freedom.
that freedom. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my thought.
They're in
Liberation.
the Silver District, right? Is that like
Silver Hill.
it's like the rich district, right?
No, Copper District is a rich place.
Copper District. Okay.
Silver Hill is like where the hippie weirdos live.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, the revolutionaries,
Oh yeah, they definitely want that freedom.
the French Bohemian revolutionaries.
Exactly. You get it.
They believe in love and freedom and stuff.
Love and drugs, man. Love and drugs. And
Don't worry,
hookers.
Torque used to hang out with those guys back in the day. Shit got wild, but they're usually pretty cool.
Another man may have slipped in there. Who knows?
We never know.
Never know. Back in the mud pits of it's not Woodstock.
They're the mud baths.
Yes, the mud baths.
Rock dome things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's Merrick. What do you actually want to do? I did not have a plan.
So are you still gonna act as a singular person when you walk in, or are you gonna like, haha?
I think so.
Well,
And either we're
there's
just
two of
going to end
us.
up attacking, or
Yes.
we're gonna
Yes. Toric's gonna do the. Toric's gonna do the talking. He's the face, and I'll do the walking. I guess I'm on the arms then too.
I thought Torque was the feet and you were the body and the arms. Yeah, I guess your arms too. Yeah, basically, yeah, your arms.
Oh my god, so you guys just have a really long neck?
Yeah. Think of it like
For sure.
think of it like I'm
No,
his back.
It's like Merrick. The top of Merrick's head is like the shoulder muscles, like that bulge at your neck.
Oh
That's
my god.
we have, or like a humpback, I guess. And we have a cloak over my
neck
head,
fat?
so it looks like he's just got.
Just
He's
ripped.
just been doing. Yeah, he's just got ripped shoulders.
His arms are the normal size, but his shoulders are ripped. It's good. What happened to you? Do you have some sort of cancer of the neck?
He only does shoulders and throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm at the apothecary.
No
It
one,
was a,
no one will
was a
choke me
curse.
out, bro.
it was a curse playing out.
My dad got choked out, and I vowed never again.
Well, we'll see what I come up with. So yeah, we're in the apothecary, and also
You just walk in?
I'm on his shoulders. Yes, and
Okay.
let me know that I'm sort of, in order to steer Merrick, I'm sort of tugging on his ears like reins.
That's right, because your hands are inside. You enter, and then a soft bell rings as you open through the door. And it's this. The smell is an interesting mix of formaldehyde and pickling juice, along with just a really dank. Something is bubbling, and it would probably smell delicious if you were not, like normal creatures. If you were like a terrible witch, it would smell heavenly, but you're not. So it smells just kind of weird, like wet socks. Just boiling.
What sort of exotic stones are there here?
There's no really stones. This is more of like just like live goods, things that used to be live.
What is the most unique item in here?
Oh God! You just like, all right. I don't know off the top of my head, but you can maybe ask this tall, dark, drow elf male with white hair standing behind a counter, slowly stirring a pot using it's a silver cauldron with this bronze like ladle he's using to stir it.
I think we just sort of walk around and then we slowly pick out the ingredients
What ingredients?
for a potion of truth.
Do you know what those are?
Yup.
How?
I'm 400 fucking years old. I've read a lot of books.
Yeah, but that's roll me. You know what? Fuck it. Roll me a
Medicine?
Arcana and medicine check. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Sure, you're picking out ingredients.
Okay. And then I look around for the most exotic and dangerous item in the store.
All right, roll a nature check.
Jesus.
All right, so this is great. Your eyes are drawn to this bright. It's like it looks like a reptile cage, and inside of it there is this bright glowing blue newt, just kind of strutting around inside of there. And you know this is a sort of rare. It's called a neon newt, and you know these are extremely rare, and it's difficult to find them. And you can't believe, like, this is the first time you've seen one alive. You've only read about them before. The blue is more vivid than you could even imagine.
Um, we approach the man behind the counter.
Good morning, and welcome to the Ballswort. How may I help you? My name is Zamuli.
Some interesting items you have here in your shop.
I
Good
try
sir.
to be a procurer of delicate and unique things that you might have to find from world over. All here.
What would you charge for one of your neon lizards over there?
I saw you were eyeing the neon newt before. I could see a man of considerable taste. Unfortunately, we do not sell the newts whole, as you can imagine. And as I'm sure you know, you do not need the whole newt, as you just need the tail, as they do regrow back. If you are interested in a newt tail, it is the low, low price of just 4 platinum.
Well, can I call you Mooley?
I'd rather you not,
Listen
but
here.
if you say so.
So, Mr. Anglo, Mr. Zamuli, could we?
Merrick puts his arm around his shoulder, so we, like buddy talk.
Could we talk somewhere privately about a potential business proposition? You can tell a lot about the ingredients that man keeps in a store, and I can tell you are also a man of considerable taste.
What kind of proposition are you talking about, my friend?
We're talking about a restoration of a time free from restraint or oversight or management, will you say? I'm new to this town, and you see, as I understand it, as it is in most places, there is somebody who seems to be calling the shots. And that doesn't necessarily work for my business model. You see, we're an auction house for certain items you might not find everywhere, as you might understand, being an apothecary and a keeper of delicate, rare, complex goods,
Roll
such as these.
a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yep, with advantage because Merrick is using his hands to emphasize.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
just making sure. 16. Okay. Zamuli looks at you and he says, I think I know what you're saying, but let me give us a more private audience, and I think you can speak more plainly. Please hold. And he walks from behind the counter, walks up to the front of the store, kind of like waves his hand, and the the glass kind of like dims, like it shades really dark, and then he flips around the open sign to closed, and he locks the door.
Does he seem to be armed?
Roll an investigation check. He has a wand on his hip.
Is there anyone
as,
else here?
Nope.
as he's walking up to lock the door, do I sense any other sort of magical sort of security system type things other than like obviously the window dimmers or anything like that?
Unless you cast detect magic, I can't
Mm,
really give you that.
fair. Okay. I don't have that.
All right. After
Okay.
he's done doing, yep. You ready?
Ready?
How may I help you? I think we may be able to speak a bit more frankly now.
Well, you see, I suppose my question is, if you were not working under the influence of this organization that marks itself with a very particularly rare orchid, would that be better for business?
He looks around nervously. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I thought you said we could
I
talk.
want to cast Detect Thoughts.
Now, does that require hand motions and sound and material? Which, like, what does it require for components?
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
It is verbal, somatic, and material.
VSM.
Yeah, so verbal, somatic, and yeah, so you have to use hand gestures, talk with your mouth, make noise, and use some sort of material. Like usually your instrument is a substitute for material as a bard.
The material is a copper piece.
I mean, you can use a
I think I
copper.
would have
you,
a copper
you
piece.
can use that or your instrument. But yeah, so
Right. Well, I'm not going to whip out my loot right now.
right, but your hands.
I can. Yeah, I'm gesturing as talks. I'm like gesturing, but it's my Detect Thoughts hand gestures.
I'm just letting you know he is going to know you're casting a spell, and he is going to know you're two people if you do this.
So
All right, never mind. I'll wait.
Yeah, so I'm just letting you know you're gonna like.
so let me ask
All
you
right,
something.
fun, Mr. Funsucker.
Let me
Suck all
ask
the
you
fun.
something, Zmuli. Do you ever work with the darker side of town?
Is that supposed to be some sort of joke?
No. I mean the side of town that sleeps most of the day and does most of their work at night, you know? Um, there's always a top side and you know the night district. You know what I mean? There's let me mention a few. Do you know Mr. Vox?
There are a lot of people in this town. I tend to keep to myself. I have a few suppliers from out of town that tend to come in, and I try to be friendly with my regulars I have in town, in this area of town. But no, I don't know someone like that specifically. You can see he's definitely spooked by whoever the fuck you are. Roll an insight check. As far as you could tell, the name Vox really didn't bring up a reaction in him.
So I don't want to, sort of turn you off there, Smoothly. But what I'm saying is that there's strength in numbers, and as the respectable business owners that feed into the local community, there's power. And if these business owners were to band together, one might find themselves freer from the influence of overseeing bodies, if you catch my drift.
Okay, can I ask you one question? Who the hell are you, and where are you from? Well, that's two questions. Just the first one. Who the hell are you?
My name is Merrick McIntyre.
I love it. Well,
And
Master Merrick, what can you do to listen? If they know, they could kill me in a heartbeat.
they can't kill everyone. And that's what we're talking about here, Zamuli. Is we're talking about a revolution.
I have a
Talking about-
question, Craig.
Yes. Yes. Hello. Answer.
Garrett, question?
So I have Fey presence that I can use to charm him. Will that like make him? Is charming him gonna just make him like a robot that does what I want, or is he
No,
gonna make him
you're-
like friendly?
Robot is domination. Charming is
Like he's gonna calm him down and like.
charming means he's friendly to you.
So like warms him up to us,
He's a friend to you.
basically.
Yeah, like he's an ally at that point. I mean, he's not necessarily
Okay,
going to
can I
die
charm
for
him
you,
then?
but like now, also you just letting you know, as Merrick would know this, people do know when like the charm
Right,
wears
but
off.
he's uneasy right now, and he'll be like on board.
Okay. Sure. What's the DC I have to roll against? What does he have
Yeah,
to
but we're not gonna do anything to him. We're just trying to.
Yeah, do it. Does he have to like does he have a save or no? You like put the
To
thing-
see if he's charmed, right?
Hang on, let me
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah, pop it in there. Wisdom saving throw. That's so good. Yeah. Cool. What's your spell save?
Do you know where to find that in Dungeon Master Vault?
Not off the top of my head. It's probably in your spell tab, I think, next to your spells.
That's where I am, and I can't find it. I think it's like a 15. Does that sound right?
Guess it's based off charisma for you, right?
Your proficiency modifier plus your.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go 15. Well, he didn't save that, so he is now charmed.
What I'm talking about is when the clock strikes midnight, everyone standing together for a freer Stag's Crossing.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, brother.
Well, I don't mean to insult you, but you were one of the last that we approached because, well, you see, the thing is we think your part is very important, and we wanted to make sure that you were on board.
Yeah, what can I do to help?
Well, we do need to understand anything we can about, sort of where they operate. So when they do push back, we can be prepared and keep everyone as safe as possible. And be as effective as possible. And like I said, we're new in town and we don't know as much as you may. So I suppose, do you know anything of, their hang-arounds or places of frequent sighting?
I feel like you're still beating around the bush for me, bro. Why don't you just spit it out?
Where is the bloom of the spectral orchid?
Oh, I don't know where they are, man. They hide, they are so like a ghost. They came in here one time. An envoy from them. This dude had a hood up. I went to go look at his face.
They came here.
Yeah. I went to go look at his face one time. And it was just, there was nothing there. There was nothing under the hood, man. But anyway, yeah, they came here one time.
Why did they come here?
Man, they were looking for a specific stuff, man. They were asking what type of blood that usually comes through here. That I come across.
Do you say blood?
Blood, man, blood.
Now that's sort of an odd ingredient. What would that be used for?
So I mean, like, you can use like little animals' bloods for all sorts of different types of things. The different potions, like potions of like stamina, potions of virility. Those all use like different types of animals' bloods. But I don't think they were really, they really weren't interested in animal blood. They were looking after some more exotic stuff.
Like what? Did they buy anything?
No, they just told me to keep an eye out if I ever came across. I don't like keeping or stocking blood from intelligent creatures. It just feels cursed to me. But they were. I don't want to say.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion is not my strong suit.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good for you. Is it instead of persuasion, is there maybe something else you want to try and do to...
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, that's not good.
It's alright, he's just holding you up. Is there something else instead of, persuasion you want to use to persuade them?
Actually, Uh, uh, I mean, could I try like deception?
Sure can. You can do anything you want.
And then
You just have to tell me how you're deceiving him.
would that be appropriate?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. So that gets me an extra 3.
So how are you deceiving him?
Um, well, I'm just trying to land this whole story, right?
Yeah. He's holding back like a crucial piece of information. And you want to try and divulge it from him.
Hmm.
I'll be right back while you think about that. All right. How are you going to do this?
I tell him, well, you see, the thing is that in my recent travels, I did hear a rare dealer in exotic organic material, and potentially we could use this to sort of get the attention of this group, and you could be responsible for sort of how we're able to liberate Stag's Crossing when all the chips fall. That would be a advantageous position to be in. Good for business.
Yeah, roll me a deception with your intelligence modifier added to the roll.
That's 14.
All right. This is fine. Fine, man. Sorry, all my charmed people talk like stoners. I'm just gonna make that for a rule from now on. They're all just like shaggies. All right, yeah, brother. They were looking for elf blood, man.
That it's not so far from a rock gnome.
I mean, chemically, yeah, it is pretty far. Rock gnomes are more dwarf based. But
I once had a friend who was a rock gnome. Brilliant man.
yeah.
Incredibly talented. I had friends that are elves too. Sort of concerning. What could you do with something like this? You must have vast knowledge of the powers of these sorts of ingredients, being in the business that you're in.
Yeah, but I try to not. That's just a weird thing to be in, man. Just kind of dark, and I'm not. I left that life behind when I came up here.
So, it may behoove us to know what they're up to. Do you know of a sort of, a cryptorium of literature, or a library, or a research center, or a laboratory in town that may contain such information? Somebody who deals in and these sort of
User joined your channel.
workings.
I do know that there is one thing I could tell you. He was interested in a very specific subtype of elf, but I can't remember what exactly. It's something I'd never heard of before, but I do remember it was an elf.
It wasn't. So it's not your typical wood elf or your high elf or your
Yeah.
half elf.
Definitely not those. I just can't remember what it was off the top of my head, brother.
How can I just start listing off the type of different elves that I'm aware of?
Yes. I don't know. Like
Nature,
history, I guess.
history, okay. And I feel like this shows a little bit as just maybe a Torek flexing his old man knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much named all the elf types that you could think of. At least Torek can think of off the top of his head.
And nothing.
Just, I mean, Merrick's in there. Merrick heard this whole conversation, I'm sure, right? Can you hear us, Garrett? When did you?
I'm sure Merrick did.
Yeah. Basically, Zamuli,
I didn't know if you noticed I dropped off the team speak.
You did. Zeke, will you fill Garrett in on what you just learned, or what Zamuli told you?
I mean, I left when he told us the exact location of the bloom of the spectral orchid.
Oh, right.
So just start from there.
Yeah, okay. So they were basically the Bloom of the Spectral Orchid was looking for a specific type of elf's blood, but he couldn't remember the type, and I was listing off all different kinds to try to determine which type it was. But we're coming up with nothing. So for some reason, the Bloom of the Spectral Orchid came to this apothecary looking for elf's blood, which is very atypical. And we need to understand what it's used for.
Gotcha. So are we killing this guy now? You got the information from him.
Is that are you murdering him? Is that it? Is that everything you got from him?
I
Yeah, I
obviously
mean-
can't participate in this, right?
I don't know.
Like,
I
You can as a person. You can't
As
as
a person?
Philo.
like
Come on, yeah, help your teammates.
okay, I didn't
out,
know if
brother.
I can do this, guy.
Yes,
Like,
do it.
listen, like, but that's not like I feel like that's
As
not
long
their
as
character. Your
it-
character should know this by now. What's the kind? It's the kind of elf that the Raven Queen.
I know what kind of elf it is, but why it is? But Merrick knows exactly what the elf blood does, what kind of elves they're looking for, who they're correlated with. Merrick understands what's going on.
Yeah, so that's
Wait.
but this guy
He
knows that
doesn't,
too. That's
like-
the information he's withholding you. So he's holding information that this is from the Shadow Kai, or that's what it is, right?
Shatterkai, yeah.
Shadow Kai, yeah.
I thought the guy.
It's what
I didn't know what the elf was.
Yeah, those are that's the same thing from the capital.
Torek
the whole
doesn't
thing we started from
necessarily
the
know.
beginning. I mean, we told Torek all about it.
That's right, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, we told. I think there was a couple times where we told him the whole story
So-
about all of it.
so-
So he,
so with
so
all
he
that, I think-
character
Yeah.
does know.
Because we met him.
Right.
We met him on the run from that exact scenario.
Yeah.
Does it seem like he's actually holding back the name and that he knows what the name is?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you think he's holding it back and just not telling
That's
you.
your second critical.
Third critical failure, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's so rough. Okay, so yeah, Torek doesn't intend to kill him because we know. Just want to know what he knows. I suppose so. Wrap up with, um, just keep an eye on the horizon and an ear to the ground and your head on a swivel, and we will let you know when it's time. Thank you for.
You've been so nice to me, Merrick. Brother, there's one last thing I want to tell you about these creeps. They smelled like a brewery. That guy did. That envoy did when it came in here. And that's all I know.
A brewery, eh? Interesting. What breweries are you aware of in town?
Oh, there's at least 30.
Which one's doing the worst and which one's doing the best?
I mean, I don't drink myself.
Then that's the last of the questions I have.
All right.
Thank you, Zamuli.
You're very welcome. Let me unlock the door and let you leave.
Yeah, so we walk out. I'm gonna be honest, the whole time I was pretty scared that I was gonna be talking to this guy and Merrick was gonna reach up and just kill him. Well,
I kind of thought that was gonna happen too.
that was the most suspense I think I felt in a long time.
Philo.
Hell, you guys were definitely gonna kill him. Yep.
Okay, so you have a meeting with Roland Townsend. Is his name? At the Portamaid, which is this tavern that's kind of like on the line between the Copper District and the docks. How art thou disguising thyself?
I'm pretty much doing the same thing that I was doing before with the cloak over my neck, but I'm tying my hair very tightly around the back of my head, down the back of my neck, so you can't even see that I have like long hair, even if you were to see into my hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's tucked behind my ears, everything, so it just looks like I have short tucked back hair, and just big wolf pelt over myself. And that's it.
Okay, roll a disguise kit check.
I don't think I have that. I don't have a disguise kit. It wasn't one of the things.
Well, shit boogers. Roll d20.
Shite boogers.
All right, you did 9 good.
Nice.
Okay. You're right. So, what the? Hold on a second. Sorry, I just heard a loud fucking banging, and I had no idea where it was coming from. I think it's coming from downstairs.
The bar.
Yeah, it's weird. All right. Okay. So, fuck. What was I about to say? Okay, you are on your way towards this meeting with Roland, at the Portamaid. How do you make it there?
User in your channel timed
Which
out.
direction do you kind of go? It's like located over here.
That red right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely go
All right, you keep a nice wide berth around the square. Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Stay away from the city center, kind of wide
Yeah.
berth around.
All right. Yeah, it's relatively uneventful. It's a busy morning, so no one's really paying you any mind. But you managed to make it there, and you go ahead and have a seat. You actually walk into the Porto Maid, and then you see Roland off in a back corner, um, just kind of like looking around. Um, what do you do when you spot him?
When I spot him, I walk up, sit at the table, and lift my head up enough for him to recognize me.
He says, "Oh my God, is that really you, Philo?
User entered your channel.
Oh my God, is I know that what they say isn't true. Tell me what the hell happened."
Bro, the school was attacked months ago. I've been on the run with friends ever since.
Well, is there anything you is there anything you want me to tell your parents?
Have you seen them?
I
Have
haven't
they
seen
been
them.
around?
I haven't seen them recently, but they're not they're not due for their travel up here yet. That's coming in the next month. I'll see them soon. What do you want me to tell them?
Just let them know I'm okay.
All right, I'll make sure I get that to them.
Let them know I can't come home.
Yeah.
It's not safe for me to go there.
All right, I'll let them know that you're alive and well, and I know they know that it's all true. It's all untrue, but
To see you, it's good to see a familiar face. It's been
I can't believe I'm actually talking to you here.
it's
So
been a crazy few.
yeah, I've never been on the run before. How is it?
It's scary. It's the scariest thing. From school to on the run from the capital, I've learned so much about.
You look like you've grown up.
I had to pretty quick.
Well, as long as you're you look to be in one piece, and that's all that matters. Your family's okay. So,
Please just let them know. But I can't stay. I just need them not to worry.
of course.
I know how they are, and they
Of
about it
course.
right now.
Was
Getting
there...
involved with I'm in will just get them in trouble.
Yeah, no, that'll...
But please just tell them I'm okay,
Yes, of course.
and
Of course I
hopefully
will.
I'll be home when all of this is over. But I have to go. I stay out here too long.
I mean, if you got a couple minutes, instead of staying in one spot, we could go for a walk. It'd be nice just to catch up just for a little bit, but if not, I understand. Is there anything else I could do to help?
Do you know anybody else? I know we know each other, obviously. Anywhere else in the city or other places in the city where I'm safe,
Well, I mean,
where there's people who wouldn't usually see me as the enemy.
the thing is, I mean, I would have said a couple months ago. I mean, you could have gone anywhere in this city. There was no Imperial grip on here, what at all. But this new actual, there's been a new head prosecutor in the city guard.
When did that start?
Yeah,
Never.
I know something. It came from the city. She's this real hot shot from the capital, but she's been actually cleaning up a bunch of the, you know, the crime gangs that have been running rampant around here for a while. She's actually been doing a good job of cleaning them up.
I actually have some questions about that. Have you heard? There's something I'm here for in particular to try to get this all resolved. Are you familiar with an ethereal orchid? Seems to be some type of call sign.
In what regards? I haven't seen that kind of flower before.
It's, from what I know, it's been involved in a few murders around the city.
Oh, I haven't. There's been murders recently?
Apparently all over, yes.
That's weird. I mean, there's been a bunch of like public trials, where these these various leaders of the mafiosa around here have been, publicly like executed, but there hasn't really been any murders that I've heard of recently. I guess that's weird.
The trials for gang leaders?
Yeah, so this this hotshot has been actually hosting the trials right out in the square.
Is that the woman from the Capitol you mentioned?
Yeah, her name is Fiona Brightstone.
How long has she been in the city for?
Month, 2 months.
And she's actually been doing a lot of good for the city.
Yeah, as far as we could tell, I like it because honestly, she's been cleaning up a bunch of this counterfeit crap that's been going on around here. It's how bad that is for business when people
Yeah,
come out
that's-
here and give out that what they claim is ebony wood and it's not. It's just it's terrible. It gets a bad name out there for you.
Half the price, right? Of course.
Yeah, it rots. Like it just gives me a bad name. Gives everyone a bad name involved in it. I'm glad she's taking care of that. But yeah, there's actually I think there's in half an hour or so. That's actually one trial that's publicly finishing up today. I think they're about to announce the verdict. So
Where are the trials being held?
right in the town square, in front of the Pantheon.
I'd definitely like to see. Do you think there's any way we could go see that?
Yeah, you want to go take we'll just
I
keep it on an
need-
outskirt. And one of my buddies owns one of the buildings right in the town square, so he can actually he'll let us up to the second story or the rooftop to view from there if you want.
That would be perfect. If it's in a half an hour, should probably get going.
Yeah, let's go all. And he just leaves a a gold coin on the table. He says, "We were never here." I know the bartender here. She's good. She'll keep her mouth shut.
I just nod and follow.
All right, and he leads you to the top of this building. Is eventually where you get to. Hold on.
User in your channel timed out.
No.
So we go up to the building and we're in a room. Well, I don't know if
You're
Go.
on the roof. Uh-oh.
Connected. User in your channel is recording.
Well, that's weird.
Bye bye.
Yeah, strange.
User in your channel timed
There
out.
he goes. Okay. So
User entered your channel.
now I'm the one with the one, Garrett. I think it's because I was recording and crashed. Yeah, you're on like the roof, I guess. Would probably be the best. You go up to the roof. On
Yes.
The roof access.
So once we get to the roof and I look off, what's the kind of town square environment? Is it like
So,
hustling, busting little booths?
it
Is it just
is-
like walking paths?
It
kinda
is
crossing?
packed with people watching this this trial. Like there's like a little stage or whatever built like right in the front of this, and you notice how there's like a gallows over to the side. Um and then you see there's this kind of there's two people primarily on the stage you see. One is a man sitting down. He has handcuffs on his wrist, but he's sitting in a chair and he's looking very smug. He's very, very well dressed. And then there is this beautiful blonde-haired half-elf lady that is, you can see she's very clearly animated and talking to the crowd and gesturing and pointing at the man that's kind of chained up. And as you just kind of like tune in, you can barely hear the voice saying, and that is why we have finally ruled him guilty. And you hear the crowd erupt in cheers. You, Sir Barnold Swansky, will be hanged now in public. And you see he is kind of like giving like a half. You see he's like kind of grinning a little bit. And then he says, "But you forget that you look in the code, section 4, subsection 12, paragraph 8 of the Stags Crossing code says any person that shall be prosecuted by an executive prosecutor shall have the right to trial by combat." And then the lady says, "Well, that's quite all right. Now let us go grab ourselves the head champion of the town." And then he says, "No, he has right to trial by combat to the prosecutor." And the crowd kind of like erupts with gasps. And then the lady says, well, fine, if that's, I guess, what you want. Guards, go ahead and undo his chains, and give him his weapon. He has that right, after all, to challenge. It's a trial by combat. And you see people kind of like gathering around and doing some hustle and bustle, getting everything ready for that. Roland's like, "Oh, this is the first one that I've seen to try to do something like this. Normally they just go quiet. This is going to be interesting. I'm glad we got good seats for this."
I guess we'll. Yeah, she can really hold up. She seems extremely confident right now.
Yeah, she's that's a little weird.
She's not that big of a woman.
No, she's not. That's I always thought she was more of the brains type. I mean, look, she's not even wearing any armor at all. She just has on cloth. What the hell is she like? She just has a thin rapier. Interesting.
Her posture, she's.
You see, third party start to count down. Um, and the man goes on a violent attack, charging forward with his big broadsword, and goes to bring it down right on top of Fiona. But he hits the ground, and Fiona is just kind of like standing next to him. And she just kind of just pokes him on the shoulder with the rapier, and he like backs up and astonished and goes to try and attack her again, wildly swinging, and again he just hits air as she is just blindingly fast.
Guys, see that? Look at her movement.
What in the shit was that?
And the man goes to make a third attack, but as he brings his sword back, you think he looks like he dropped it out of his hand, but then you realize it's more like his arm dropped his hand. As Fiona moved so fast, she cut his hand off. You could barely notice she moved. And then with two swift cuts, she says, "I hereby declare you guilty in the name of God." And she cuts two slashes from the man's navel to his shoulders in a solid V, and leaves him bleeding out on the ground. And the crowd fucking loses it, cheering with it erupting.
Like he probably should have went with your town's champion.
Yeah, that I don't think anyone's gonna make that mistake again. That was wow. I didn't know she was a fighter too.
That was amazing. I could barely see her move.
Yeah, that was wow. Man, I wish we had an arena here. I always wanted. When I was a kid, I always dreamed of moving to a town with an arena. Never did. I guess we don't need one now, right?
Looks like the town square's an arena.
All right.
This has been happening multiple times?
Not the combat like this. No, there's just been trials. People have been hung. Like this is maybe the sixth person this has happened to. It's
These are supposedly all leaders of the underground.
yeah. I mean, hey, she comes up with good evidence.
She's that good. I think I should probably avoid being anywhere near her.
Yeah, I don't want to see you get caught up in that.
He recognizes us. It's probably game over.
Yeah, just she seems to be pretty busy in her her day-to-day work. So hopefully, just as long as you don't get caught up in any trouble and get taken in by the city guards, you should be okay.
It's good to know while we're here.
Right.
Lylander, and I'm sure I'll see you again before I head out of here.
I hope you do.
Is it safe to come to your shop during the day or while I'm here?
Come after. Usually come in the last hour of the day. That's usually when it's the least busy because nobody's coming in at the end of the day to the wood shop.
Okay. Before I leave the city, I'll try to see you again, but
If not, I'll give my message to your parents, and
Thank you.
we will see each other again. He goes in and he goes to hug you.
yeah, I give him a big old hug.
Awesome. All right. So what do you do now? You guys have both spent about the same amount of time on your various side quests.
Bananas.
Definitely head back. I try to on my way back. Are there any shops here where I could buy like
You could buy anything in this
I don't know,
place.
but at least. But I can't really carry them. I don't have a cart or anything, right? And like I get I can carry a lot, and like you said, it's obnoxious to carry too many things.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna get. There's this place is empty, right? Our house.
When you left, yes.
I'm gonna get stuff for a nice, comfy bedding
I mean,
spot.
places deliver.
True.
You know your address.
Yep, I'm gonna go to a furniture shop if there's one.
All right, how much you dropping? You tell me, and then I will tell you the thing you're buying.
I'll do. Actually, wait. Wait. I'm already kind of over here. Can I go to that jewelry shop? Or not right now?
I would not do it right now.
Not right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to drop. $15 gold.
So you were just walking through, the furniture district because you know this town kind of well. At least you've been not kind of well. You've been here a few times, so you're kind of familiar with where things are sold. And you didn't really think you were going to buy anything until you saw it. And you've walked past this place many a times before in your youth, and it never really caught your eye quite like it did this time because this place makes sofas out of Displacer Beast leather. It is kind of attracted to that because you kind of killed a few of those. Harvested their claws. Skinned them, so it's this beautiful dark couch that they promise it will never stain, waterproof, and it even it will not be able to be teleported or hexed away because of the Displacer Beast leather.
Okay, this is just the one couch I'm looking at. How much is that? That's couch is 15 gold.
Oh, it's a whole set.
Oh, it's a whole set.
A whole set. Yeah.
Like a lazy boy, a couch,
Lazy boy and
a love
ottoman.
seat,
You got a little
ottoman
table. Yeah.
for 15.
Yep.
That's at least 3 places to sleep right there, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Cool. The delivery's included.
Nice.
It'll be delivered this afternoon.
Sounds good.
All right. I want to say you guys kind of meet back up right before you were about to go back to the warehouse. You just kind of both walked into this little back area at the same time and were like, "Oh, hey, you going? Yeah, I'll just walk in with you." And as you go inside, you're floored because it looks like the 3 of them have been working the whole time you guys have been gone. There is all sorts of shelves set up on the one wall. There's all sorts of barrels with random nails, some planks of wood in here. There's a full sleeping area kind of set up with all the rolling bags, sleeping bags kind of rolled out and prepared. There's a rudimentary little shit oven dragged into the side with a vent sticking out of a window. And these guys are just kind of sitting around at the table just having a drink right now, it looks like.
Elo's gonna go grab a glass and join them at the table.
Merrick's already there.
Torek?
Jeez.
Torek is there as well, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think that's going to be a great way to end the session.
I think so. Talking about that at the beginning. Good, right?
Cross-pollinating all the information and
Yeah.
going from there. I like that.
Repercolating it, you know? Because we like repercolation.
Elo finally found someone that got her over Cadworth's sister.
Yeah, right?
Boom.
Jeez. Yeah, you got something there.
I have a feeling we're gonna get lost in this city.
Maybe.
Nicely done, Craig. This city's fascinating.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you. I worked really
we could just
hard
burn
on
it down and
We could forget the whole other issue and just
make the
become
whole map useless.
gang leaders of this city. Yeah, make the whole rest of the map
Just-
useless. Become gang leaders of this city.
I'm
Just
okay
get
with
our
that.
Overrun,
life here.
expand beyond this city, and just become rulers
And
of
then
more cities than the capital.
Well, we
we
need to
bankroll our
form a
kingdom.
military power capable of
Yes.
waging war against the capital
No, we bankroll the kingdom
Ambelusion.
on a tabletop game where you run a
No recursion.
crime.
No recursion.
We can't make Blades in the Dark canon.
It's a
No.
game inside of a game inside of a game, Craig.
No recursion allowed. You're not allowed to whittle your own dice.
And we just add
Uh,
I love that.
All right, and I'm gonna be the bard in our game then. I'm gonna be the
if we do
barbarian playing the
recursion
bard.
with microtransactions.